Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're of course playing as Swabia. We're still going for everything that's coming up. Mulhouse, we have to fully decentralize the Empire, and we're currently in a bit of a rush to do that. We passed one reform since we took over. We have growing authority, although it's not growing particularly quickly. We've removed most of the negative modifiers. There are only 2 heretics left and 3 provinces that are under the control of non-member states. I believe 2 are Spanish and 1 is Venetian. Alright, Venice took Ragusa and we couldn't do anything about it. So that's pretty okay. We could use a lot more princes in the Empire. I mean, I can't deny that I am part of the reason there are not a lot of princes in the Empire. What with, yeah, a lot of the Empire being me. But hey, we're gonna have to hurry a bit to make things in time. I have checked around a bit, and a couple of things we should be doing. For one, I think we should be building some of the trade company buildings over here in our new trade company. And I mean, I think a clear winner is the company Depot. And I'm not sure that any of the other normal ones are important here. We could go for production efficiency, goods produced. What are we producing here? Naval, grain, naval, that might not be particularly important. That's also something I want to do, but first let's go back to here. So I'm not super interested in investing there. Taxes, eh. And then we can build one of these big ones. I don't care about land force limit, we have tons of that. I'm tempted by naval force limit because more boats is more money. I'm kind of tempted by trade steering. We're not currently steering from here. But if we had that extra merchant, we could help. There's not tons of money here that we're not getting, so I'm not incredibly concerned, I don't think, to get that bonus trade steering in these provinces. And that's just here, right? It's just for, yeah, for Swabia and the Baltic Charter. And then there's of course army tradition and just trade value, which is nice. It's money and army tradition, like both of those things. I don't know if it's better than 5 more ships though. We're not super rich right now, let's not do that. It doesn't seem like an incredibly important investment. I'd rather build a flagship. We're not super rich, we only have 5,000 ducats. And I've already checked, the fastest place to build the flagship would be in Hamburg, but Hamburg is currently building something else, so I'm going to do Lübeck, which is pretty close. I am going to make it a heavy, and that's... I've deliberated here a bit. If we want our flagship to be really only there for the trade route map, to make our trading better, which I will have on my flagship, then we should make it a light ship, and make it join with the trade fleet. But I think I want my flagship to also be able to help me in combat once we get into that, and then a heavy is just so much better and doesn't die as easily. So I'm going to grab the trade route map, I'm also going to grab the extra morale, and I believe the engagement width for maximum combat help. I don't care so much about the cannons. We're going to have enough heavies hopefully at some point that we don't care about some extra cannons. The impact on siege could be good, but nah, I think this is fine. Yeah. Go with this. It's going to be relatively expensive, but that's fine. Frankfurt? Oh, I like this randomize button. That's a pretty good randomize button. Game. Anyway, it's the Frankfurt then. Let's build Frankfurt. We don't ask for this territory back. For one, Dortmund wouldn't give it to us because we recently asked them to give it back. Also, we don't care. They took something from Holland, which is fine by me. Why do we have so many? Oh, right, because we have 2 areas down here. But I have done my investments here, haven't I? I have. Good. Good, good, good. And we want to make Danzig part of the trade company as well, as soon as we build our whatever we're building there. Alright, Great Horde. We are still in a regency, so we can't go and declare any wars. I will take a hit of 2 legitimacy right now to get that extra gain. However, I probably want to offer you the marriage. Yeah, you're 41. Let me offer the marriage, because I'm very young. Let's do it this way. And then I can accept you without any consequences. And Gere -5, I do not want. We have, I think, our papal thing ran out, right? The legate. Let's say legate. Because we have a big diplo thingamabob issue right now. Only 2 people are voting for us because of our lack of diplo reputation, and our lack of imperial authority, and our lack of legitimacy. We're so young that I'm not super afraid, but I need to get that back up for sure. France cancelled the right to military access. I have tons of guys. How about you improve with allies, with outraged countries if there are any, and then you just go to neighboring countries? Sure. Selective breeding. We gain 100 free diplo rep, 1 diplo power. Rep would be nice. 1 innovativeness, which is very nice, and livestock becomes more expensive. 35% on the base price of livestock, which is like 2. It's not a lot, but hey. And wool and base production. Neat. Neat. I'm wondering whether we will hit the hegemon level. Where's that button again? Is it in the Empire screen? No. Oh, it's in the Great Power screen, right? Yeah. Whether we can hit economic hegemon maybe with 1,000 income. Currently have about half of that. Heavy ships 250. We're not gonna go for it. Army of 1,000k. I also don't think. Could try to shoot for that, but I'm not sure that's worth it or necessary at all. 10 local unrest in Funen or autonomy in Funen. Now, Funen would be relatively unrestful. You could give them the autonomy and then just remove some autonomy, which also gives them 10 unrest though, which is kinda against the point. How are we doing on those Danish rebels? Do we have them suppressed? No, Lolland and Ostjylland are slightly complaining here. Oh, because I'm currently reforming them. I want to just do this, but then I will not get the Danish separatists down for a while because we won't get this unrest to 0. Right? We have -4.8 right now with Frenchy troops already there. So if we take the 10, then we'll have unrest there for another bunch of years. We do have separatism going down. The things we can do. We could even accept Danish culture. Let suppress those rebels. How about accepting Danish culture? We should be ahead of tech. We are, so we can spend the dip. We have essentially no promoted cultures. Yeah, let's just do it. That reduces 2 unrest, I think. Ooh, coal and Kammerich. Do certainly want to make use of that coal, wherever it is. Whatever Kammerich is, over here. The coal furnace thing doesn't really care about where it is. So, because that is a global goods produced modifier. At least I do believe so. We have not built this one yet, but still. Just build that furnace. It must be global because, well, does it have to be? Coal is also just a very good trade good. If it's a local one, then I will have to consider staking the land up here. Would be good for our government reforms anyway. How close are we? July 17.6, okay. What do we get? The government capacity. Now, we might not want to go for that. Actually, we're okay on government capacity at the moment. I mean, we're close to the cap, but we've been building a bunch of buildings. We're still building a bunch of buildings, and the extra 250 might not be super necessary. On the other hand, reducing the autonomy in territories will help with more government reform progress. Not that we need much more here. It will also just help with the income from the places that I'm not willing to state. And I believe trade companies too. That's a territorial. They're territories, right? You must be, yeah. That's a territory. So, yeah. By the way, I don't know where that was. I saw a funny thing when I was clicking through earlier. Where was it? What's the province that's not in the Empire? I mean, not that we really get anything from doing that. But I certainly do want these provinces to be in the Empire. At a minimum, if we for some reason lose them, we can war for them back. And that was a place. Okay, I can't find it anymore. Fine. I had a province that said it was a territory and had a minimum autonomy of 90%. But it had an autonomy of 50%. Which didn't make any sense. But yeah, I can't find it. So maybe I just dreamed of it. I dreamed it. Oh well. Let's move on. Time's a-wasting. Also, I really want to get out of this regency this video into some more warring. Who are we going to war against though? It's probably going to be Milan, right? Well, that's the Empire mode. I wanted to look at this. So have those Milanese, those French claims. We may have to get some people to be... Oh, we also need Pomerania to be converted, right? And I believe they were unwilling to be converted manually. Yeah, I think they have tons of improved opinion. Yeah, we have maximum improved relations here. We could buy their complacency, probably. Could get rid of the minus 33 and then a bit. I mean, maybe. Maybe just influence and gift them, then we don't have to declare war. Then again, Milan, somebody we're gonna hit anyway. Would I be able to make you break your alliance? Yes, I would. Does that cost you opinion? I forget. Well, let's find out. Let's end that Milanese alliance. And then, yeah, you hate me more now. It's fine. Wait, enforced? Oh, that's from the other enforcements. Yeah. Big negative because we keep enforcing other people. That's gonna be alright. Heretics, heretics. Maybe I should have sat on that unrest event for a while and maybe could have gotten a tick or two of reduction out of this. How do you have 8.6 in food now? We got an extra 10. We had a minus 4. Oh, because I'm now converting it. I guess that makes some sort of sense. Should I be doing that? Really don't want these Danish separatists to rise, but then again, if we complete the conversion, we'll be fine. This should be okay. I don't think they're going to rise anytime soon. Seats in the Landtag are going to fix themselves. I did a bit of math. As in, well. And for these 255 investments here into counting houses, if they're above 0.45, I believe, something like that, ducats a month that we're getting from them, they will pay for themselves within 50 years, which is still enough time to get some bonus out of it before the end of the game. So I think I'm happy to spam these-ish. And if it takes more than 50 years, then I'm kind of off it. So these ones, not great. 85 though should pay off still. Manufactories, let's say no. Ooh, Grand Shipyards. There's a good chance that these don't pay off, honestly. Because I have to buy the shipyards and the boats. Do like this in Holstein. I'm not sure I do want to do this stuff in Pashtun's places. Whatever. I mean, even if they don't pay off, we might get closer to being the money hegemon, whatever it's called. If we get to that 1,000 income, and then at least we can play with that new mechanic. I forget what the bonuses are from being a hegemon. I know that it can't be allied to other hegemon. People don't like it or something, but surely there are a bunch of powerful bonuses for it. Let's see. We would get, no, it's the income, monthly war exhaustion, foreign spy detection, mercenary manpower. Yeah. Over time we gain goods produced, very good, but then again we already have an income from 1,000. Merc discipline and minus 20 minimum autonomy in territories. And at maximum also gain governing capacity. It's nice. Combat stuff. It's kind of mixed, interesting. I mean, all of these are nice. But they don't seem utter nuts. I'm not sure it's worth it. Do I actually have a spare missionary? Why can't I convert you? Because I'm building a state house. Fine. I accept your stipulation. How's that empire doing? Not great. Cologne hates me more now. I'd really like to get rid of that claim you have. And the Pope. Even though I bought that Diplo rep, we're still behind. I think in 1709 we're gonna gain a bunch of Diplo rep, or we're gonna lose negative. So next war, I said probably Milan. I wouldn't mind necessarily punching something out of somebody. For how long do we have these Ottoman claims? 12. I also have to go back there, make use of these claims because they're temporary. If we want to keep punching into the Ottoman land, and I kinda do. I wanted to see my, what is it, political, not diplomatic, must be either, no, it's probably political, and then truce mode? No, is it diplomatic? I want to see whether we have imperial ban on somebody. Don't think we really do. We have nationalism and imperialism, which are awesome. But no ban for freely releasing people, I don't think. At least nothing particularly relevant. I mean, imperial ban would require a nation that is not in the empire to have land that belongs into the empire. And of that, there's only, we know this, right? There's Spain, which I have imperial ban against, and then there should be Venice. Yes. Oh, and we can now force people into the empire. Right. So that's kind of neat. Could force the Alps into the empire. Who is an option? Danzig would be an option. And I mean, I guess Croatia. You allied to Bohemia. I honestly don't need to fight a war against Bohemia, but I kind of want to. There's so many things that I want. But I feel like fighting the Ottomans seems more important. So, rather go for that. Yeah, let's keep influencing Cologne, even though they're not currently voting for me. Convert Fünen. That should really help with the... Might even go to 0 unrest now. We do. Excellent. Good choice to do it that way. I'm gonna spend the prestige. As soon as we're able to go to war, we're gonna be able to go back up on that prestige easily. Ryukyu take knowledge sharing. That should be my flagship here, isn't it? Yeah, the Frankfurt. And I can't send it to protect trade, although that's exactly what it's gonna do. What we're gonna have to do is not speed 5 this, because I cannot manually speed 5 this. I want you to go here, arrive there before the end of the month, merge in with the flagship, go back to protecting that trade in Lübeck, and not lose out on anything because we didn't miss out on a monthly check there. There's probably more. Gonna build another 2 clicks here, and then I'm gonna consider building heavies. I really want to have a heavy fleet, but the Danes still have a pretty big heavy fleet, right? Denmark, 26 heavies. United States at 25, not bad. Ottomans at 19 heavies. and 96 galleys. We don't need to beat the Ottoman fleets because we secured this crossing here, although this is a low-level fort. I'm gonna upgrade you to fortress. Yeah, keep hitting tree with that money. Take the reform, and I'm pretty sure we take the minimum authority. Respect my authority. There you go. If we could become the hegemon, that would make territories quite excellent. And I'm going to kind of Danzig here. Should I? Yes, I need to convert you first. Right. Can I have an edict? I could if I made you state, but I don't. Nah, it's fine. Let's have a quick look at our state edicts. Because I know I have a million ones going on that we don't need. Yes, we have a lot of money, but can I? Is there a way here? No, I can't. Like, no. So it's a nice map mode, and you can unstate things here in the list, but there's not like clicking on a map to turn off anything. I want to turn off all encouraged developments. Unfortunately, you can't do that with a hotkey. I think. Could assign one maybe through the new interface, but I'm not quite sure how that would end up working. 51 years we've been paying for the enforced unity there. Advancement effort. I still have an institution to. No, I did take the institution, right? We're good on that? Yeah. Right, that's why I'm getting all the cool things. So advancement effort gone, encourage development gone, defensiveness totally gone. Oh, 50 years. Yeah, it's a lot of money we sunk into this. Because I'm a lazy bugger. But you know. Can't all be diligent people. Danzig has 0.1 unrest right now, that's probably alright. Spain declared war on Mojafate. Man, wouldn't I mind crushing the Bohemians. But still. Let's focus on our missions and try to get Italy and the Balkan dealt with. I don't really want to seize anything here necessarily. Lost our claim on Obersticht. It's not great. Oh, a couple of things. First of all, but I want it still. Let's rebuild that claim. You trade companies. You're giving me the merchant. Good. You are super far away from giving the merchant in the Baltic. All right. Bit of a shame. What can I interact here? Oh, what does this do again? Increase trade power by causing inflation. Out of interest, will this double my thing? Oh, it does increase it at least. But yeah, not by enough. Let's not do that. Atmospheric prestige, poor vintage, Dithmarschen insulting me, coal in Shomodai. Skomodai. Who knows? We did complete a furnace. Let me see whether the furnace is part of my production efficiency. This is just total goods produced. So is production efficiency only a local thing? 29%, seat in parliament, workshop. Okay, so it's actually only in the province that I built it in. Where do we have it? In Metz, right? Oh no, you're still building the furnace. Didn't I build the second furnace? Oh yeah, it's still building. Never mind. We don't know anything. Fine. In Skomodai, I want a furnace. But you currently have a farm estate. That should not be doing anything anymore. That's interesting, right? Goods produced. Manufactories, farm estate, +1. Let's see if that's still true next month. I forget what happens. Okay, well, you no longer get a bonus from having a farm estate. But you still have a farm estate, don't you? Alright. I'm not blind, right? It should be here, it's not here anymore. So I should be tearing down this farm estate, as sad as that is, and building a furnace. I know it does, but it's garbage. Wish I could turn you into a furnace. No, we should check more about adding places to the Empire, I guess. Right? There are places we own that are... It's not shown on this map because I'm the Emperor. Rumble. Is there like any... Is there an Empire macro builder? No. I'm gonna check that between episodes. I don't want to put you through that. What I want to do is finally get out of my regency this episode. Eisenmarkt has coal, which is somewhere... I thought it was somewhere around here. Eisenmarkt. Nope, not at all. You have a town hall, but not a furnace. Have a furnace. And we're capping on admin. Which I guess means putting some admin into a place. What does the next institution spawn on anyway? Because there's one more now. There's some industrialization, I think. Yeah. It requires 1750, be in the state, have 30 development, have manufactories and enlightenment, have a furnace. And I must be the world leading producer of iron, cloth, coal. Have at least 3 trade bonuses. Must be 1770. Okay. And also one of the following, it must be 17... Oh no, 1770 would skip the requirement for being leading producer or something. I see. And then I either need to be the highest rated trade node in the world or have to be 1760. Now is this? Yeah, that's extra, right? So we can't spawn in 1750 unless we have that manufactory in the highest value trade node in the world, which I don't know what that currently is. Trade total? I think total is what counts. It's Genoa. Can this be true? This is not. Okay. It's not Genoa, it's Lübeck. As it should be. So we need to get some coal up here, which I don't know that we can. But it did require a furnace, right? I think we would see the underlying coal if it was here. Or is that no longer the case? Anybody got coal? Do you not see that anymore, or is that just no coal province in that trade node? You already have coal, I mean that's easy. Just do you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean we can just... It's not like we can influence that anyway. But we still have to spend a bit of admin and we didn't. So, sort by price. Find a nice little place that can just have a bit of admin in it. Toronto. And current development. Pop. And then probably something else became cheap too because it's in the same province. Yep. Or same state, I should say. Bergskottet in Bremen. And we're... Oh! So oh no, 1709 is the other thing. The Diplo thing. But we are now crowned emperor, so we can finally gain legitimacy again at a proper rate. That -2 should go away, and we should go quickly up there. And we can declare wars again, which is even more important. 38 width is what we have. I think we go for Mr. O, right? Still have no friends. We need somebody to punch Provence. But I mean, it can just be done with you. And then I will have everybody else prepare to hit Mr. O. Because it's fun. I mean, fun. That's a relative term. I like beating Mr. O. I don't particularly love the wars against them. No, we're a baby buffoon. That's not good. Not good at all. Quickly check our Diplo things. Anything cool we can do? Empire 1. We still need to make free cities, I forget. Gera. Opinion plus 20. I think it's already close to the maximum we can get, isn't it? Let's still ally you for another plus 10 something, if I remember correctly. Okay, you already love me. No, we are allied. So I really can't do anything while I have no Diplo rep here, I think. Enforce is still far away. Free city. Yeah. They love me, but then without the Diplo rep we can't do squat. Kazan has financial problems. Cost reduced plus 5%. Cap out on mill. Of course, of course. Luckily we still have those edicts going. So I can just drop some mill. I could consider spending some mill on a better general. Because I think one of my generals is pretty garbage. Look at that 1-star guy running around. I think we have 2 1-star people. But one of them at least has 2 siege pips. Maybe that's a 2-star? You are... yeah, you're 0 siege. You're just nothing. Johann Friedrich, you're nothing. I'm gonna hire a new one. Who's better? And I'll actually keep him around for the Ottoman War. Having an extra general is gonna help. Ethiopia Melindi. What's gonna be our... Casus Belli? Not sure. I just gain prestige. I could look for better relations to Bremen. I'm gonna take the prestige. Think. You know. More seats in parliament, that's fine. Muscovy, military access, something something. You're ready to punch these guys. You're close. You're not. Ulrich Merkel, first of all, get you down here. And then I do think I want everybody. Maybe it's fine if they take a moment, but in general I want them here. How is AE looking? Yeah, nobody cares. Well, even through our Regency, Mainz is still unhappy. But hey, what can one do? I have to have everybody at the border to Bulgaria, which is not even in the war or an enemy. I kind of want you... Let's get over there. Yeah, there's 2 2-star people, right? Yeah. But you're the siege guy and you're the garbage guy. Fantastic! More stuff. I do like me some stuff. And then yeah, I'll use 1 stack to quickly take the northern part here. I don't expect resistance up there. Not immediately, at least. And then we're gonna, of course, have to go here and defend our forts. We could wait for this to be built, but honestly, meh. Let's put a cut in here, and the next episode we're gonna go and fight Mr. O. Thank you guys for watching, like what you're seeing. If you like me finally being out of the Regency and able to declare wars again, and please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. As always, anything you want to say to me does fit quite well into that comment section. Oh, I really need an air. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.